It's Dragon Ball time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Dragon Ball Z Frieza in his third form, or also known as the alien form because he has the long dick head. This is my favorite Frieza form. I love the over-the-top bulkiness, the big head, and he looks like an alien. Like all the other forms, like first form, also final form, they look fairly simple, but they really cranked it up to 11, and it's such a shame that he barely used this one in the show or manga or whatever. But yeah, a big fan favorite for me especially, so I can't wait to get a look at the figure. So let's dive right in. Just look at the proportions of this guy. He's big, like he's mostly large in the chest area, but for the size he stands about 15.5 if you're getting to the back of the penis hat, or almost 16, and for your inches that means he's going up to 6.8 or 9 give or take inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, the S.H. Figuarts Son Goku, Krillin and Gohan in their Namek outfit, every other S.H. Figuarts Frieza we have so far, Naka Michelangelo, and Darkseid. Overall look and detail, oh my god, he's huge. Look at this design. I mean, I'm a big fan of it. I said that, I've gushed over it. First we're starting off with the big penis hat. Yes, that's right. The phallic one, I don't know, it's weird, but you know, it's the classic alien look. It looks kind of messed up, it looks brutal, and his face sculpt really brings it home. He has this maniacal look in his eyes, evil smile. Perfect. The mold in the face is great. Also you have the little line work in the ears. All just comes together very nicely. Then we have the very muscular neck. I mean, just look at this massive veiny neck that's going on. Down to the huge chest. And I went back and I looked at the figure. And yes, this is accurate. He's like super duper just exaggerated in the chest area. That's why he looks so damn buff. Also we have the spikes in the back. Now the more I look at it though, especially under the lighting, it seems like the spikes are more matte. I think like they like more softer plastic. A little bit of a difference from the chest area, which is a bit more glossy. I mean, it really stands out on the light, so I don't know about that. We have the mold also in his arms. All the muscle work in there, a little bit of purple on this plate in the middle, which is somewhat movable. And we have the fists, purple ones, and the paint on there. Also looks fairly clean. Have the little tight shorts, and then we go down to the legs with some more line work on there, which is molded in. I say line work, it's not painted, but it's molded, and it looks fairly decent. Now, what I'm saying about paint, I feel like the feet are painted. I don't know about the pink areas of his body. Seems just like pink plastic. We have the painted brown parts. Also the purple, well, is that purple plastic or is it painted? Like, it's another case where a little bit of shading, especially in the gray, white-ish zones would have been nice, but we didn't get that. But what really makes it a little bit disappointing is that this is like another Bandai premium release, so it's a good figure, but you know, if you're talking about premium price point, premium this and that, could have done a little bit of shading. And finally, I want to have a look at the tail. You only have the cut-off version, which is correct. He didn't have a full tail when he was in this form, so I'm not mad about that. Now for articulation, starting off with the head sculpt, moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, not really that much. I gotta hold on to the back of it. And also goes all the way around if you're not really clashing with the shoulders, but it works. As you can tell, as I'm using the head, you can tell that the neck articulation in the chest area over here has some more room with all of that, so you can bring that back and forth. Can bring that also side to side, and you can also rotate it in there, but you just gotta have a good grip on it. You can't see crap when I'm holding the finger on it, but trust me bro, it works. So I mean, combining these two makes for pretty good range of head articulation. Now we have the shoulder blades, which actually I like how it's done. Yeah, I only have a hinge, so it's nothing super fancy. However, it's molded nicely, so it just kind of floats into the chest area, and we don't have any weird gaps around there. Simple but effective. You have the big butterfly joint, which is even molded on it. props. I'm always a big fan of that. So you can bring that forward. Let me line up the arm. Bring it forward quite nicely. And you also have the hinge in the shoulder itself, and another ball joint that goes into the entire butterfly joint area. So you can bring that up and down. You can shift it. A little bit of back and forth, and obviously we do have the butterfly joint, so makes for great articulation. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, and the fist is being on a ball hinge, as they always are with the S.H. Figuarts. Can swivel that around, and then we have the chest area. Goes back and forth. Actually a lot more nimble than I expected it, because there's not really a lot of gaps to it. So back and forth motion is okay. Side to side is fine, but it doesn't really swivel due to the nature of the design. And even down to his small pantsuit, there's some more molding under there, which I didn't even see the first time around. But, you know, again, doesn't leave any gaps. Can bring it all the way around. Can bring it back and forth a little bit, side to side a tiny bit, but still very cool. And for the tail, have a ball joint in here and another ball hinge in the lower half. What I'm always just dislike about the tails, an articulated tail will never really look good, because only if you bring it in a position like this, if you really line up like that, but then really what's the point? My main problem is, why do you have the ball hinge connected to a part of the tail? Why is the ball hinge not directly connected to his ass? Yes, just put it over there, put it in his ass, so it doesn't really break up the sculpt, at least where you started. Because like this point, it accomplishes nothing! Nothing! Alright, anyway, back to the legs, forward with that, out to the side, also to the back, and you can swivel it on the thighs. Double hinge knee, nicely looking, also molded in there, beautiful. And the foot is on the ball hinge, so you can bring that back and forth. Is that just a ball hinge? It's just a... Yeah, it's a ball hinge that goes into another ball pack. So, can bring that forward and shift it just a little bit. You don't have that much range, but you have a little bit, and bring it side to side. But again, the foot itself is on a ball hinge, so you can also pivot that over here. So, I mean, stability-wise, it's fine, but since he's so janky looking, always better, always easier to just use the tail to balance him out. But it does work. I mean, you can get him into cool battle poses, ready for action. For your accessories, you have another dick hat, which has the eyebrows a little bit more elevated, because he has a lot of like maniacal, angry faces. And I think those mostly match with these two, because you have like the big teeth smile and then the open mouth. He's like a really happy little dictator or whatever. We have the crossed arms accessory, which I'm always a big fan of, because if you want to display him with the crossed arms like a boss, you have this, and you don't have all the joints kind of sticking out, and it makes for a cleaner look. You have another Namekian DragonBall with the 6 stars, Team 6 star, and then we have a little pink energy effect, which has some holes for the fingers. It looks nice enough. It's a little bit bent, but a little bit rubbery, so you can fix that. Then for the hands, we have like the 2 fingers for like Mrs. Frieza. We have the open blast hands, and we have these kind of a little bit folded, almost choking hands. What's he up to with that? Final thoughts! I like this figure. It looks great. Oh my god, it captures the look of the big evil Frieza alien oh so well. However, with that also comes some downsides. Again, it's not a premium Bandai release that's not having as much paint as I would like to. The articulation is good for the most part, however, like trying to get him into poses, really noticed how the chest not really rotating is a bit of a problem. Also, the head is just kind of weird being on a big hinge and a ball joint. You know, it's not the strongest release in terms of those things. Accessory wise, it's fine. I don't really have anything that I feel like is missing from there. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a well executed alien Frieza, and I'm happy with it. But, you know, we do have some small issues with it. Still not a deal breaker. But that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Frieza wants.